Speaking of folks who can't stop running their mouths, these Gaza protesters, last night, Vice President Kamala Harris was speaking at the Warner Theater, and here they are. She trying to sit here and be on stage, and they got to show their ass. Okay, so here we go. Watch this.
Nobody cares. Good night. You're still scared.
But some people were critical, saying, you know, why are you, that is that going to turn people on?
And we should never let somebody else's limited ability. Be who we are, limit who we think and know we are. Let that not be a limiting factor in your life, because they'll figure it out soon enough. They'll figure it out who you are soon enough. And you know, I sometimes think about, you know what, I am not president of the United States.
Candace, I got a feeling, if you play it again, turn the audio down, that was like the VP like, I'm sick of this bullshit. Like if you read her body language, come on, play it again. We'll talk, so you audio down, audio down, audio down, audio down. Candace, look at, Candace, this is her body language. When she stands up and points, Candace, it was like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of y'all asses, okay? Y'all getting on my damn nerves.
Yes, and you know what, Roland? I like this version of her. I like this I'm free now version of Kamala Harris. Because honestly, when she was running, during those 107 days, there was a part of her that was constrained. We knew that there was another part of her that wanted to break out. And in this book and on this tour, she's able to do it. We have seen that look from women. We have seen that stance, that scowl after, and we know exactly what it means. I'm sick and tired.
She jumped out that seat. She jumped out that seat. She stepped, pointing her finger. She's like, I'm sick of y'all asses. This is some bullshit. Interrupted me again at my damn book signing. Look at her, see? She like, all right, listen, see, all right, I'm going to let y'all asses talk. Y'all getting on my nerve, this bullshit. See, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to answer the question. I'm trying to be cool. But no, y'all keep pressing me. See, y'all going to make all that Oakland, that Bay Area, y'all going to make that too short just come out in this damn, in the theater. I'm trying to be, see, she turned to the person. First, she's like, look, enough of this shit. Look at this. I ain't the damn president. Go talk to his ass.
That's right. That's right. And listen, at the end of the day, you know, when she gets like that and when women get like that and have that look, you know, you are the one that's going to be embarrassed on the other side. They were trying to embarrass her. That wasn't going to happen. That's not going to happen to her on this book tour or any further. I knew when she said that going for Joe Biden was a reckless decision, but she also blamed herself for supporting that. I was like, that's the Kamala that we need to see. That's the Kamala that we need to see to help make some change. I loved it. Every bit of it.
I mean, Matt, she jumped up, Matt, and responded. Come on, Matt. She jumped up. Can we see Matt? Appreciate it. She jumped up and responded. She was looking like Sarkeesian in the locker room after the losing last week to Florida.
Oh, you know, let me tell you something. One of your staff members to be unnamed, texted me and said that to be an alpha, you got to be petty. It's a conditioned precedent. So, you know what I'm saying? I want you to know. We know you petty. Your people know you petty.
I'm unbothered.
You have to bring Sarkeesian into
I'm
this.
unbothered.
In any event.
No, I'm just making an analogy.
Nah, don't miss me with the BS analogy. You was being petty because that's what you are. But let me go ahead and make my point. Or you want to yell me down like normal?
You did hear from me. You did hear from me last Saturday. I'm at a dinner. Okay.
I was. I was at a dinner. I really was.
Okay.
And I was mad when I saw your text come through. That's not the point. In any event, I like that she stood up to these hecklers, but I do also think that there's a real conversation that should be had about kind of how long or enduring your I don't want to say your duty is to the people that you serve, but when you're the Vice President of the United States, I mean, I think it's just expected that there are going to be people who always take umbrage with what you did while you were in office. Now, she's not currently in office, and we can have arguments about the most appropriate time and place to do that, but this doesn't surprise me. And sometimes I think a shakeup of the respectability politics, like this is an event, you can't come in and interrupt it, is exactly what we need, because too much of the decorum is what we, defer to, and it allows people to not have to sometimes speak to their constituents and speak to those whom they serve. However, obviously, the issue in this situation is that she's no longer serving. So this is a book tour. I don't think she has to allow people to shout her down at her book tour. And, I think it's good that she told them to kick rocks. I mean, but I think there is a question about discourse, about how long that should continue.
Hey, Michael, I think she's going to hit somebody with a go to hell pretty soon.
She's going to slap the shit out of somebody. That's what's going to happen. Okay. And these little protesters, I want to know who's financing them, who's funding them. But what they don't seem to understand is the vice president doesn't set policy. J.D. Vance don't set policy. Mike Pence didn't set policy. Dan Quayle didn't set policy. So you get mad at the vice president. But if you go back to March of 2024, when she was in Selma, Alabama, when they were commemorating Bloody Sunday, she talked about the deal that was on the table for a ceasefire. And if you listen to her tone during the campaign in regards to the Palestinians, it was a much more sympathetic tone than coming from Joe Biden. And she also wrote about that in her book as well. But Netanyahu wanted Trump back in office because he knew Trump would allow him to do whatever he wanted to do.
Of course he did.
And these same protesters don't want to talk about the ceasefire that Biden-Trump negotiated.
But they also don't show up at J.D. Vance events.
Well, they don't show up to Donald Trump events. Donald Trump he periodically has rallies and speaking things like that. They don't go in those and act a fool. And there's rapid famine in Palestine right now. In the Gaza Strip. Rapid famine.
Well, now that we have this ceasefire, hostages been exchanged. Let's see what happens after this and who they start shouting down. We'll see. All right.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. And I'm here with a very important message. We are at a turning point in the Black community where we must have equity in the apps we use that scale to billions of dollars. But this time, we own the infrastructure, we own the culture, and we shape the future. And Fanbase is the future. Fanbase combines the free functionality of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube into an all-in-one platform built for the evolution of social media and monetization. With over 1.4 million users, that's real proof that we are shifting the conversation of tech ownership and equity for creators. So right now, I want you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. The minimum to invest is $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. This marks a turning point in Black ownership of social media. If we don't take this opportunity to own social media right now, we will always be customers to our own creations. And that can't go on. So once again, go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. We must own the platforms where our voices live, our stories matter, and where our culture drives the world. Thank you.